Hey there, this is Max and welcome to Behind the Sound. Today we have a look at Time to Go, a track I composed mainly in a 5-hour live stream. I'll check it out, I'll link it at the end of the video. And very interesting process there because I composed the track from scratch during that live stream. So without further ado, let's have a look at the track. It's in like 3 parts. So we have a build up at the beginning, with a lot of atmospheric stuff, and then we go into a kind of silent, a quiet part where it builds up a lot of tension, more and more and more, until a climax here, and then we have a more groovy and driving part at the end. So check out this track if you haven't, and then come back to the video, because I won't play it completely and just focus on a few things I want to highlight, because most of the process is in the live stream, so you can skip through and check it out what I did there. And I want to highlight a few things and what I've added after that, because the track was made in like 3 days. So I live stream, and then day after I added stuff, and then just a few details and mastering at the next day. So quite a fast progress there. Okay, so let's have a look. The core of the track is scoring guitars. So I have scoring guitars 1 and 2 sound like this. A basic rhythm there, and I really love scoring guitars because they are so fast to work with. They provide instant grooves and instant very tonal, very rhythmic material. That's really fun to work with. We have a lot of pad stuff at the beginning. I used some strings, intimate textures, and distressed longs from Hybrid Scoring Collection. Those are more like sound design and sound effects strings, also intimate textures, and I also used from the new Angel strings, I used a few patches, a few articulations here, those nice clusters. And they sound like this. So intimate textures, some pads there, cluster, and then we're getting more distorted and suspenseful strings down here, very aggressive. Really like that sound. We also have a stopwatch which comes in and out during the track. It's that lovely stopwatch from Sample Hero. And what it does at the beginning, it have this automation that increases in velocity and in volume. And I also add a few more reverb, as you can hear. And what I did is I added a single stopwatch click here, and then put it through a ping pong delay and even more reverb. So we get this together, because I wanted it to rise up and then get more distant with that transition here. I have a lot of those transitions, so it builds up and then get a transition into another sort of style in the track, and then we have this kind of segue with the stopwatch, so it doesn't fade out or it doesn't end weirdly. So we have a build up, and then so in the whole track, let's just listen to the full ensemble here. So we get the cluster and then a harmonic change, different chord, and all that stuff going on there. I also used some gamelan. I thought it has this mysterious sound that really fits into that track. And some piano. Piano is always quite basic, and always great to work with, especially those low octaves there, just D octave and a little bit of melody. And then we have a few, for the transitions, a few sound effects there. And what I also did is I took a single note of the piano, or I guess a octave of the piano, and reversed it. So just did some, once again, I guess I did just render in place, and then we had the audio reversed, and then a little bit cut off of the long beginning, and then there we are. So this is the longer one. So this part here sounds like this. Down here we have some drums going on. They are a lot of drums at the end. So at the beginning they are slightly coming in a little bit and not doing that much. Some nice rhythms going on there. Ensemble woods and a few other drums, and also put in the big bass drum rolls and hits there also. Really great stuff. I guess those are from Drums of the Deep. Really nice drum rolls. So to get this, all those transitions working there. Yeah. So this is just going on a little bit of atmospheric stuff, and then we have clock again, stopwatch, and a few melodies in the piano, and another transition here. So like you can hear now, it's more groove, more rhythm with the drums here. It's building up more and more, and the piano is fatter, if you want to say it like that. I'm playing a few melodies here. So we're building up in the track. Scoring guitars is going on. So you can see very, very long notes here. So it's the same rhythm going on, layered. So we have this one, and then we change. They're all layered, and those are just for triggering the different keys. Okay, so let's have a look at the second part. So we come here, let's select, let's go from here. Then the drum rhythm ends, and we are going with the bass drum, doing a few hits and a few rolls as well. And the stopwatch is coming in, and as well we have a slow and long rise in volume. And what I have here is my own DJEMBE-GRILL instrument using my Shepherd tone engine. Another volume rise here, and of course it rises because it's the Shepherd tone. So it's going on and on and on, and so building up tension. Let me show you DJEMBE-GRILL real quick. Let's load it up. There we are, that's my working folder here. still in work in progress, still developing this. So this is what it looks like currently. So we have the Shepard tone engine here, and like, let me just play something on one note. Okay, waiting for the keyboard. Yeah. So, still working in progress, so I'm working on all the coding and all the designs here. Takes a long time to do all that. But in that track, I really wanted to have this kind of Dunkirk feeling with the stopwatch and with the really mysterious and suspenseful Shepard rise there. And also rising up with the other effect strings. And a few hits. And more percussion and drums. Also those bamboo sticks down here, they're doing a loop and they kind of double the stopwatch up here. With a double rhythm. So we have the stopwatch which does a normal ticking and the bamboo's doing double time, but the stopwatch also increases. So we go from this, oh, wait a minute. There we go. It could go faster, but that was too fast and a bit off. So it's rising in rhythm. The rhythm is getting faster and faster, and so we're rising up. And then another angel strings comes in. I really like that instrument. It's quite new and has a lot of those amazing different sounding string sounds. So the articulations and ways of playing the strings that are very unusual, and glad to have this as an addition to the normal string libraries. So really great for this sound design and thriller stuff. And yeah, we go up to the climax, and I had to put it in. This is kind of a running gag in my streams now and in my tracks, that I have to add cowbell, because it always needs more cowbell. A track always needs more cowbell, and there we are. So I have some cowbell here. And yeah, we go into the groovy part. This is a climax, and you would expect, after that long rise, you would expect that something epic happens. And it's funny because it doesn't happen. It's getting groovy. It's getting, I don't know, maybe relaxed, or how you would experience it yourself, but I really wanted that groovy style. So we have again some guitars here. Groovy guitars together. We have some staccatos in the strings, or spiccatos. I also just took the angel strings, so I have a nice spiccato patch. A few gamelan and some piano hits. And drums, of course. And there we go in the real groovy rhythm stuff. So this was just the intro to that. And the piano, as you heard, it's going down. I'm a bit off here. It's going down, and then we get into the really groovy part, where I recorded real guitar, some power chords. I recorded them live in the stream. So played them twice, and then panned one left and one right. And this is just copied there. And I added guitar solo. It was really fun to record that live in a stream, and very kind of uncomfortable, like playing that stuff, recording it while people are watching you live. But it worked quite well. It was fun. I'm not a guitar player, so it's just all self-taught. And thanks to the magic of editing, it doesn't need to be a complete perfect take. So just some notes were off, sounding weird, then I replaced them. So yeah, this one was like take 5. So the full improvisation of the solo took 5 takes. But this one, to get this note right there, let's listen. You see, it's take 22. So a lot of takes to get that one or this 2 notes right there. Yeah, by the way, I used the VST amp rack from Cubase for the effect, because it's great thing it's recorded directly. Oh, wait a second. So this is the clean sound. So this is also great because I can do live reamping. Really like that non-destructive workflow. Yeah. Before we get to the end, we see some shaker here. I recorded some real shaker. Did that after the stream, so this is added. Some compressing and there's a compressor and reverb. So yeah, this is a full take. Just played along. So the whole drums and I didn't put that into the percussion folder. Anyway. Without and with the shaker, just adds a little bit of this, tiny details, and it has this real feel to it because it's just I like to record real instruments when it's possible. Yes, and okay, yeah. What I forgot is the 12th string and balalaika. Doing arpeggios. Really emotional or more like the relaxed feeling there. I guess the guitars could be a bit more powerful there, so mixing is maybe not ideal. But it's really hard to get this all together sounding perfect. So I tried my best in quite short amount of time, because you can spend ages finishing a track, and better you finish it, and then after that you find stuff you know you can improve on, then you just take that to the next track and improve it on the next track. Okay, so at the end, fading out. What I did here is a little twist, because we have always this D and a flat, no, a sharp is this, C, and then I go down to G there. I really like the twist there. And then DS, main key of the track, and the end. So relaxed, like a happy ending, and some more bass drum rolls there, and then that's it. So I guess that's about it. If you're wondering, the gamelan is from the Complete Native Instruments Complete series, from the bundle. Works very well. And yeah, if you have any questions about instruments and about stuff, just go ahead and put them into the description. Alright, so at the end, of course, I have another reverb as a sound effect, so like the common room, what I always do the same. A room for all the orchestral instruments, so they are working nicely together in the same room. And a bit of equalization, bit of a low, not really low cut, but I decreased the low end, so it's not that muddy there. And last thing, let's have a quick look at the mastering. I always just do it inside the same project, so export it and put the mix back in, and then master from there. Most times just the next day or a few days after, so with some fresh ears going there and the mastering. Let's have a quick look. So what did I do? Oh, I just didn't do much equalization here. Just a bit of air at around 14 kilohertz. A few multi, and not a few, a bit, a bit multiband compressing. It's not really multiband. It's like just that band here where it's very muddy. So I'm compressing that one. We have the SSL compressor console, which is really sounding great on masters. So doing some nice compression there. Not much. So threshold is at maximum there. So it's just doing a tiny bit. So it's not doing much. We have the Shep 73. There we are. Doing a little bit of adjustment. So it's all tiny adjustments there. Then we have another compressor, tube compressor, which I really like. A little bit of drive to get it some sound, and doing some compression. Not that much. Didn't want to bring it, flatten it, keep some dynamics. And quite at the end, I wanted a bit of special sounds. So I put in the Abbey Road vinyl stereo plug-in here for a little bit of that sound. But I got rid of all the crackle and clicks, that noise that you can also put in. So didn't want to have it really sound like a vinyl record. So it just has to get a little bit of that warmth and that feel. I really feel it opens up the sound a little bit. So this is something I actually like on the master. And finally some maximizing, so to get a little bit more of the loudness. Okay, and on the master bus I have this one, the NLS bus stereo. So just a emulation of a stereo console bus, and it gives also this. Maybe it's also just really tiny effects there. Okay. And yeah, no, master buses are limiter as well. So just in case that if something would clip, then we're on the safe side that it doesn't clip. It doesn't really clip. Okay. Yeah. Right. So that's about it. That's already long enough. So thanks for watching it. Thanks for staying through the video. I guess I won't cut anything in that, so I hope it didn't get too long. So let's really end it right here. Any questions, put it down below, please, and then yeah, see you next time. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and goodbye.